to your bitch like I was Drake,
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? And welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. It's been more racks. Yo, Chris, JB Schmoove with it. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. We are live Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on here, WoodwardSports.com. Hit the like button. 5-star review on podcast platforms. Hell of a show for you. This Wednesday's like our Tuesday, so there's actually like stuff to talk about. Like Dan Campbell had a presser today. Had some comments made about Isaiah Buggs. Complimented the defense. He said he's not too concerned about receivers like CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson going off on us. Is that a thing for you, by the way?
I mean, if you win, you win.
Right.
Like, we saw it in Detroit all the time where Calvin Johnson would go for 200 yards and the Lions would still win or lose by 14 points. So,
by the way, I vowed to myself that I would begin every show with the fact that Brad Allen is a piece of shit, deserves to be fired from the NFL, should not be officiating the game. Got that out of the way. Moving on to other things. Bruce Irvin officially released from
Uncle
the Detroit
Brucey.
Lions roster. Well, not released. It's not like he had 4 games.
He got released from the practice squad.
Yeah. Because you're going to get moved up 4 times, and then he's like, okay, you're signing long term or like what?
Well, he only got moved up twice.
What'd you say?
He only played 2 games.
No, there's more than 2. I think he had all 4. 3 or 4. I think he actually might have only been 3. I mean, from hearing Dan Campbell's side of it, there was just no commitment from either side, really. It sounds like Bruce Irvin had other things going on as well, which is crazy. Because why you just joined this season to grab a quick paycheck or like?
I mean, I figured he had to go back to. It was probably tapioca night at the retirement home. He had to go in there. Maybe Sloppy Joe Day. He's missing out on that, so he had to go back to the retirement home.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
He gave you a sec.
It is what it is. I gotta fix these headphones. It's all blurring for me because I think I got this extendo in. You are correct, by the way. It was only 2 games. Yeah, Cowboys and Saints. Or we was there, but he's only moved up for the 2. For some reason. I don't know why you didn't put him on the other ones. Regardless, I mean, are you upset about that or what?
No. Not really. I mean, I'm surprised by it.
Yeah.
I thought he would be a better option than, Charles Harris or Romeo Okwara, but sorry, Brucey.
I still like.
It's Brucey's time to shine.
I guess I can't really say so much for Romeo, but Julian. I still think there's some hope. I like Julian being like a what do you call it? Change of pace guy. And Aidan Hutchinson, I always feel like he's better with like another athletic piece on the other side of him. Like I think it was Lucas that said that this morning. Make sure you guys follow my guy Lucas. He's got the Believe Me Later stuff coming out here soon. But he had mentioned that with James Houston and Irvin, he could like cycle back 2 athletic guys on the opposite side of Hutch, and it's been proven recipe for success, both in Michigan. I don't know if he said the Michigan part, but both at Michigan and last year too. But it is what it is, man. There is like the NFL changed the way they're doing the postseason too, acquiring like the players. Like I think you have to sign them.
Q Paul said his grandkids needed him.
I'm tired of this shit, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad.
I gotta look though because the NFL did change some type of rule where I think you have to like commit to the 4 extra players you're gonna have for the entirety of the postseason for the teams in the playoffs, which I think is okay, kind of bullshit. Like why change it from the way it is like through like the regular season? If we're requiring wins through the regular season, like playing it that way, why aren't you like why are you stopping that from happening?
I don't know, man. NFL's all kind of weird.
I 100% know why. It's gamesmanship because somebody could like sign on a guy that's previously with the Detroit Lions, get the information. You know what I'm saying?
But still,
right? It's got to be it, right?
Still, I don't know.
It is what it is, my boy. Other news, and I actually don't have this in the prep, and maybe I'll grab the video of it from you want. I'm always bringing it up because I saw it blew the fuck up on Twitter. But I guess Matthew Stafford Saul obviously had an opinion on the Detroit Lions getting fucked, and he said, yeah, like same shit.
Yeah, he said, damn, it happened again, or whatever. That was the quote that Kelly Stafford said on her podcast.
I got it right. Nope, I lost it.
Crazy. Yeah.
But, I mean, he started having Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. Calvin, catch rule. 10-second runoff. Phantom face mask. Like, yeah, fucking sucks, man.
It's like, goddamn zebra heads.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Because it's like a non-flashback, so you gotta goddamn zebra heads.
Bro,
Got him again.
Sounds out of pocket.
Hey, the Leo
Naysayer, relax.
What's that?
Bro.
Hey, Naysayer, relax.
Naysayer, please.
Naysayer, please.
Who is that? Is that Shep?
No, it sounded like KG. Oh, no, that was a WWE drop.
Yeah, that was a WWE drop.
You know what I need you to grab?
I thought that was Shep. I was like,
Vamos Lions! Jared Goff. I need that drop. That shit was lit.
When did Jared Goff do that?
Do you remember we watched
Oh,
the
yeah.
That shit was so funny.
Vamos Lions! Yeah. Naysayer, please.
Naysayer, please.
That shit's funny.
Naysayer, please.
And I promise you, I can't wait for another game to happen so we can distance ourselves from the ugly Cowboys situation. But I don't know what's going on. I think we'll find a for sure definitely answer tonight on the Detroit Lions podcast. But Dean Blandino is like the rules analyst for Fox. I remember him specifically when the first time he got fucked by the Cowboys, the picked up flag. He's the one that came on and was like, well, you know.
I think this was a cameo thing.
Fucking undercover cop.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Why is he like...
I'm pretty sure it was a cameo thing.
Chris, can you play the video? Oh, we won't play the whole thing. I just got to see the intro for sure.
Which video?
I sent it on Twitter
Dean
last night.
Blandino
Dean
one.
Blandino. He's got the Lions hat on.
Oh, yeah, this one. Here we go.
What's up, everyone? Dean Blandino from Fox Sports. This is a message to Lions Nation, Lions, and Lions fans all over the country, all over the world. And we've been a tortured fan base, and yes, that's right. I'm part of Lions Nation, and it's been a long, brutal history.
Yeah, fucking Lions fan.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it was a cameo thing.
What a fake fucking cop.
It was cameo.
Why are you saying that? What? That's
Somebody
weird.
paid him to say it.
We don't. There's not. All right. By the way, first of all, I need that confirmed. Because I guess it's not. I heard that. I saw that too. But what the fuck? Yeah, I'm a Lions fan. Like for $500, like for $50, you're just like sitting there lying as a Detroit Lions. I mean, like what the? You're not a Lions fan. Who? I right away. Lions Nation. Who says that? This is the Pride. I've never liked it being the Pride, but it is the Pride. No one calls this Lions Nation.
Detroit Sports Podcast, but Lions fans disturbed by Dean Blandino's cameo video.
Yeah, and that's why I think we'll find out the truth tonight because he's actually appearing on their podcast after the Woodward Heavyweights. I don't know what time that thing's coming on. I think it's like 8 or something like that. So after you guys watch the Bruner and Broder show, tap into that one.
The what show?
Bruner and Broder, Woodward Nights. I call it the Bruner and Broder show. I'm not calling it what you just mouthed.
No, it's Boner and Bruder.
Boner and Bruder. Say that's more catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Marketing.
Either way, who paid for the cameo? Why is it even a thing? It was a Dallas fan.
I don't know.
Somebody's trying to have this guy go undercover. Cause I mean, I could have played the whole video, but it's absolute bullshit. He just goes on to mention the Calvin Johnson catch. He goes on to mention the picked up flag by Dallas.
Somebody said it was AI.
Yeah, I did see that one too. The one he missed in there was remember the Golden Tate Atlanta Falcons
10-second runoff.
Yep. Like he just essentially brought up a bunch of times Detroit Lions were fucked. And he was like, "But hey guys, it's cool."
He was on the Dallas party bus after they won.
We still got a chance to get that 2 seed, guys. And this is all about moving on. Like someone paid for this guy to go undercover and like, "Hey kids, what drugs are we buying these days?" Like somebody paid for that to be a message delivered, and I'm not buying it.
He was literally an undercover cop.
Yeah.
You guys got that good shit?
Yeah.
You guys got that Wi-Fi?
That Wi-Fi?
That Wi-Fi?
You got that Wi-Fi, bro?
You guys want to do some Molly today?
Yeah.
Like that was wild.
I love
not buying it.
Popping Mollies. Let's pop a Molly and sweat.
Because I have to admit, too, when he pops on the screen during Detroit Lions games, I embarrass myself because I automatically get like anxiety and pissed off just because like it's a PTSD. Anytime that guy's on the screen during a Detroit Lions game, typically it's bad news. Typically it's us getting fucked. So I'm a Lions fan. For us, that's a fucking sign of getting fucked. No,
Yeah,
getting
it is.
jobbed.
Is it?
Yeah, you never saw that? Are you serious?
What? No. Where did you?
Do it, or is it a little higher?
That's what I figured you were trying to do.
Getting
I
jobbed.
don't get it.
I don't get it. No, every time that guy's on the screen during the Detroit Lions game, typically I get PTSD, I get antsy, I get pissed off because typically
But now you know
Detroit
he's a
get
Lions
fucked with.
fan, so he
he's
doesn't
not
wanna
a
say it.
Lions fan. Dude said Lions Nation. Who the fuck calls it that?
Lions Nation, man.
The only Lions Nation there is Herman Moore's like website. Lions Nation Unite is like the full name too. No one calls it Lions Nation.
Lions Nation, man.
Lions fans. Even they don't call it that. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. I don't know, man. I'm not buying it. You sound like you fell for it.
I did not fall for it.
You sound. Oh, it was just a cameo.
It was
Oh.
just a cameo.
Yeah.
You're the one who thought he was actually undercover.
He is undercover.
He got paid to do it.
By who?
I don't know. Not me.
And what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, it's a troll job.
Undercover job. That's what it is.
It's a troll job.
He's the ops.
He's not the ops.
You're water carrying right now, and I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I think you're literally getting trolled in actual time right now for being upset over that.
I think you're getting fooled.
No, I think you being this
The wool's
upset by
been
it is
pulled over
literally
your
what
eyes.
it was meant to do.
I don't think so, bud.
What else was it meant to do then?
You tell me.
I just did.
I don't think it's that.
I just told
I
you.
don't think it's
It was
that.
meant to troll people and make them angry.
I think it's come off a lot
doing
more
right now.
condescending for it to be
You
a
get
troll
trolled in the
job.
chat all the time and it works. It's
get
just
trolled in the
happening
chat all the
at
time
a
and it works.
grand stage. You're gaslighting. It's just happening
such
at a grand
gaslighting.
stage right now.
This is gaslighting by you. It's no.
What else is it? I said, what else would it be? And you're like, you tell me. I just told you.
Somebody
what it
trying to
was.
alleviate the pressure.
No.
Yes.
You think Roger
That quite
Goodell-
literally is the message
You
he's
think
delivering.
Roger Goodell paid for his cameo?
I don't know. Fuck
You
who
could
it
pay
was.
for who else? Who
Brad
else
Allen.
is on cameo?
Brad Allen paid for the cameo. Like, bro, if you're gonna like, if
You
that's
could
your
pay
mission,
for you could pay for Hank from Breaking Bad to do the same exact thing.
all right, do it then.
No, I'm broke.
Exactly.
You know how
Shut
cameo
up, you
works.
broke
You
bitch.
paid for it. Play the fucking Speak Easy drop. Is LeVar Ball a Speak Easy sports fan?
Yes, he is.
No, you
Called
paid
my
for him
phone.
to say it.
Left that on voicemail. The second one I paid for. I paid for him to do a DVD thing. Not DVD.
It's easy, baby.
2K21 or 2K23, whatever was out during quarantine. But I don't think it's a troll job. I think it come
You've
off a lot more
literally used
condescending.
cameo before. And
You're
asking,
literally the
what is
guy
it for?
who thought Dan Campbell's like interesting was a good thing.
You're getting trolled in live time right now.
I'm not getting trolled in live time.
Yeah, you are.
We don't know who purchased the cameo for what purpose. You're assuming it's being trolled. I'm assuming it's them trying to de-escalate some bullshit. We're just on different sides of the aisle. There's no validity or
If
confirmation
it was
of anything.
Roger Goodell, he wouldn't pay for it.
I would tell you he was
cameo.
trolling you. No, I'm not telling you it was Roger Goodell. It's somebody. And that somebody is that no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing
You're
Brad
literally
Allen.
in the hot dog suit again said, cameo is run by the NFL. Like, they're trying to cover
I'm
it
literally
up.
not saying that, though. Somebody paid for that shit. And I don't think it was a troll job. Otherwise, it would have come off a lot more condescending. Did I put the video of this? Dan Orlowski smelling the shoe?
Dude, this was funny.
Is there? Oh, I didn't put a video. Did I
That
didn't put
was
a picture
funny.
in
Chris
there?
is in downloads.
It's in the downloads?
All right.
Yeah.
That
I'll
shit
find
was
it.
funny.
Fuck you, Chris. How about that? Maybe get here on time.
Because I was going to use it for the morning show. But yeah, he's a freak, man.
That shit was hilarious.
That was wild. I apologize, Chris.
Molly
for the fuck
liked
you.
it too.
Huh? I mean, bro, he went even for a bit. I'm not smelling
That
no
was
foot.
not a bit.
Yeah, it's not a bit.
It was not a bit.
You're literally getting trolled in real time.
That was not a bit. He said,
How did he get her shoe in the first place?
I don't know.
That's
Molly's been
an
wild.
excellent question. Yeah, Molly's words can't say.
Say it.
What? No, I'm not.
Say it.
Bitch.
That's what she is, though. Shout out Jalen.
But even like
I'm Team Jalen all day.
Well, because I saw somebody quote tweet the Dan Orlowski video of him smelling the shoe.
I was with Jalen chilling at the Boldy James concert. That was my guy.
Oh yeah, she did. That's right.
Team Jalen, bro.
I think she.
And we saw him at the Pistons game.
Cool as fuck. No, he told Braylon. Him and Juwan told Braylon they watched the heavyweight reels
Yeah.
on the IG.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking lit. That's like when we
They
first
fuck
started
with the
too.
boys,
I know,
yeah.
that's lit. We do pretty well on Instagram actually.
We do.
Just a fan. He says, I admit it. I paid for the video.
Brandon Dillinger
I'm
says
sorry.
Spenny has big dollars. Don't let it fool you.
Who else did you say you're gonna pay for it?
Not true. Huh?
John Favreau.
No, you can pay.
I wish
you
I
can pay
had money. I would pay for the most
John
random fucking
John
celebrity.
Favreau might be on cameo. I know Hank from Breaking Bad is.
Who's Hank?
The cop. Is his brother-in-law.
Oh,
I know.
I'm a Lions
Bruce
fan
Buffer is.
too. Huh?
Bruce Buffer is because I've
He's
seen somebody
expensive.
paid for Bruce Buffer to break up with his girlfriend.
That's amazing.
He said, "It's over. It's time for you to move on." That shit was so funny.
Sheesh. Smitty, tell us about Big Boy.
Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the new veal parmesan or the Southern Comfort chicken bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or Santa Fe garden. Also the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. All that and more at your local Big Boy.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Swiss is the best place to buy your home and hot dog insurance. Make sure you guys do it with the best. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. And give him a call at 248-841-77.
Ask me about my winner.
Don't do it, Dan! Oh! The worst part is, too, she's one of those girls, like, even though it's clearly it's all fun and games, she's the one to make it like you feel weird. Like she tried canceling LeVar Ball.
She did try. She tried to cancel Michigan State.
She tried to cancel Michigan State. But in the meantime, Jimmy IB time, like you were on the NFL Network, and maybe different times, and she was more scared to be vocal about it. But like, you ever see the video of Terrell Davis? He's like, they're on the NFL Network. He's like, Molly, you can hike the ball. And she's like, Terrell, stop. He's like, no, come on, get under center.
She did try to cancel LeVar.
She did try to cancel LeVar. Stephen A talks reckless to her all the time too. Like she's just like you can't let.
She's a cloud chaser.
I'm not. And although she is bad, I'll admit she's a very beautiful woman.
She blinks way too much.
She blinks way too much.
Watch. I'm telling you, watch First Day. She'll be like, it's unsettling. Yeah, it's unsettling how much she blinks.
She also just like has like the most annoying shit to say. Like the topic will be going like elsewhere, and she'll just want to interject with something completely irrelevant or just fucking stupid. And I don't know if it's me being sexist because I'm like, shut up. Like,
yeah. You know, Clayton Kershaw was Matt Stafford's pitcher.
Yeah, like just shit like that. It's like, but the conversation's going elsewhere. Stephen A's also speaking to like his opponent of the day. Like, just shut up, Molly.
She blinks.
Just shut up.
She blinks a lot. I've never seen a human blink as much as she does.
Watch
First Take and focus on how much she blinks. You're gonna be like, damn, that's an unsettling amount. It's like that question, like, how many owls would you have to see in a day before you start getting concerned? Like, how many times would somebody...
What?
You never heard that question?
That's a question?
Like, how many owls
But it makes sense.
would you have to
get
see
what- I
in
get
one
what
day
you're saying.
before you're like, all right, something's wrong?
2.
I think, yeah, it'd be like 4.
Yeah.
4 is a whole. Though after 3, I mean,
After
After
3,
three,
I'm
you're
concerned.
Like, the guy who said it, he was like, 1 owl. I'm like, oh, cool, an owl. 2 owls, it's
That's
like,
crazy.
all right, that's pretty weird. 3 owls, you
3.
start to get really concerned. 4
Interesting.
owls, you're calling your loved ones to make sure everybody's okay. But like,
is Grandma okay?
Yeah.
Who?
Mom, they got Mom. But yeah, she blinks a lot, man. It's unsettling.
Yeah, and listen, and that, me personally thinking, and I promise you, talk sports at some point. Like I've had women in my life. It's like out of my league type shit. But it's like,
Me too.
If a girl's too cringy, I can't.
It ruins it.
I can't fall through.
See, I hate cringe too.
I know you hate cringe, but I'm just saying, if a woman's like too cringy, Chris, we actually know a mutual person like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be fun. And I was like, oh god, she's fucking annoying, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, is it who I'm thinking?
you might know. I think you follow her.
I don't know.
Chris, the one who, or she got introduced to us through Chris somehow, some way.
I think I know.
And I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, all day. And then I was like, oh, you're annoying to talk to. I can't even like,
Yeah.
I don't want to like to try to fall through. And she was bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, man.
It is
It's
unfortunate.
a fortunate trait of some women.
Susie Colbert is the real deal. Banging.
Who said that? Detroit Supremacy?
No, MPWMU. Who's Susie Colbert?
I don't know. But
That's
Crystal
the
Steele.
That's the brown hair.
She's
one,
the older
right?
one. Yeah, she's out there. She's a cougar now.
Susie's pretty bad. There's a couple.
Crystal
blondes.
Steele's mine. She's fucking gorgeous.
There's a couple blondes on ESPN.
Oh, Christine Leahy's actually top notch.
Christine Leahy.
Oh yeah, she was top tier.
She does sideline reporting or something.
I'm pretty sure she does sideline reporting, and she was the
couple of the-
she was the blonde in Cowherd before Joy.
Yeah.
Joy's actually one of the only like.
Joy's so fine.
Yeah, Joy. She probably is number one actually. If I'm being sexy, with power ranking women. I don't know why we're doing this right
We
now.
should do it.
All right. All right. We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, Joy's number one.
Joy's number one.
Yeah.
I could also like listen to her a little
Sarah
bit too.
Spain's got the head.
Does she?
She
But
does.
does she play for the other team?
She's got that. No, she's got a husband.
No.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro.
I thought.
Just the way she looks, I assumed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So it's okay. So Joy Taylor.
Kay Adams. Oh,
Kay Adams, yeah.
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 She's got something weird.
But I
about
mean,
her.
we all
She's got
know
a pointy chin.
we all know she's a rental. She's shams, but
Yeah, she's
yeah.
she's shimmitted.
yeah.
Shmitted the Shams. Shams.
Yeah, Kay Adams is up there for sure.
The Cam's
too.
other two. Aaron Andrews. Didn't Aaron Andrews getting like someone was like peeking at her through?
Aaron Andrews,
The-
yeah,
the
she
hotel
got
thing.
bank
Right?
off of that.
And then she started a makeup company. She's like a billionaire now.
She
Some
sued
shit.
that person. Yeah,
Crazy.
that was the fappening.
Molly McGrath. Is that her last name?
Molly McGrath. That's the the Twitter girl.
When I hear McGrath, I think of Wild Wild West. Bloodbath McGrath. Fucking
Beth McGrath. No, Molly McGrath
That's a
is the
great
girl
movie,
on
by the way.
socials that does
These
the
movies suck now.
Or no, yeah, she's the one on socials that does like the NFL week recap, right?
No. That's you're thinking of
Annie Agar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's her.
yeah.
Butterface for sure. Heavies. She got the heavies. Certified heavies. What do we do here? We go to an actual topic here? How about this?
Mina, yeah, Mina's
Mina.
wife.
That
material.
was the name I was trying to think of and I couldn't. Like,
Mina
she-
Kimes is
yeah.
a wife, bro. Like she's
Yes.
she knows ball. She's cute. She's funny.
Where's she at on your cute?
She's cute. She's real cute.
Like where's she in the part? Like
She's like low bottom fives probably.
remember I had like a mission on Saturday. I was like, honestly, probably a 6.5. So,
Yeah. You're like she's a 7.
where's she at?
I was like, is she a Warren 7 or a Birmingham 7? He's like, oh, Warren 7 for sure. He's like, I honestly was gonna say 6.5.
Where's Mina?
That was a funny one.
Mina's like a hard 7.
Okay.
She's a hard 7.
Yeah.
I'm just reconfirming my number then.
Yeah.
Which fair.
Like
yours
Kay
higher?
Adams is like a hard.
She does get me hard.
She's
Yeah.
like a hard 8.5, 9.
I would say
Soft
8.5.
9, hard 8.
Yeah.
Do you know who Christine Leahy is? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The blonde that's on Cowherd before Joy?
Nope.
I know who you're talking about.
Bloodbath
Yeah.
McGrath.
Bloodbath McGrath.
Now that's a Warren
Doris
7
Burke,
right there.
Doris Burke's up there too, man. Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out. Flag on the play. We're done with this conversation.
Easy, come on.
Doris,
No!
Doris Burke can get
No!
it. I
Doris
don't
Burke
care.
can get it.
Doris can get it.
Oh my, it's not even a drought, son. What are you
Doris
talking
can get
about?
it.
I
She
don't
knows
care.
ball.
Are you she
knows
sounds like
ball.
a man.
She used to ball. Come on.
Get
don't,
the fuck-
Don't
there's no way.
disrespect Doris. Bro.
There's
That's
no way.
crazy.
Doris can get it. I don't care.
Get out, JB, you're disgusting.
Come on.
No, come on. No.
Rachel Nichols.
Of course,
Yes,
Rachel.
Rachel
She
Yeah.
kind of looks like Tim Tebow though.
There's
Like,
easily 10 before Doris Burke lands on my fucking
Bro, if
radar.
you do a side by side of Rachel Nichols and Tim Tebow,
She's not good.
she kind of looks like Tim Tebow.
She's like a redhead.
Yeah, you obviously got to factor out her giant, long red hair, but she kind of looks like Tim Tebow. What's the girl that took Rachel Nichols' job?
I know who you're talking about.
She hates black people.
She does. She is a
Malika
Auntie Ruckus.
Andrews, is that it?
She's Auntie Ruckus for
Malika
damn
Malika
sure.
Andrews.
She's an auntie Rocky.
She's an auntie Rocky. It's for damn shit. You see her husband or boyfriend, by the way?
No, he's a white guy.
Nerdiest looking white guy.
Yeah.
You would never guess in a million years that guy pulled Malika Andrews. Auntie Rocky's. Bloodbath McGrath.
That's a Warren 7 right there.
Hey, Molly Andrews is Bloodbath McGrath. For damn sure. She's just ruining everybody's career. Canceling.
Malika Andrews. But she's fine. She's fine.
Rachel Shelbourne.
Don't know who that is.
The name sounds familiar.
The NFL Live.
I don't know if E-Fog's responding to a Paul or just throwing a Paul in there.
Paul, he's real bad.
I will say, okay, this is like off topic.
Paul Pierce.
But I met Logan Paul, or I guess both their moms, and in Cleveland when I did that thing, and she was like, you know, some girls just naturally kind of like flirt. I don't know. She was like looking. She says, I don't know. I was like, I don't know where to take it. She was handsy and very friendly. She could have been drunk, maybe.
Stephen David said Rachel Nichols and her I eat ass face.
Yes.
You guys are wild, bro.
All right, let's get this one.
She's already taken two, though. Jimmy Buckets is in there.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Buckets got Shakira
Like
now.
smash, but she
Well,
like dating
I think
someone?
that's over with too, but
Who's your girl?
And he also
2K
dates
Rachel?
Flo from Progressive.
What, the 2K girl? The 2K
Oh,
girl?
2K girl.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel
Rachel
McAdams.
Demita.
Rachel McAdams. Oh no, that's
Rachel
an actress.
McAdams is an actress.
Yeah, she's fine too, though. But what's her name?
Rachel Demita.
Rachel Demita.
Yeah.
Rachel Demita.
Bloodbath McGrath.
That's a dog ass
McGrath.
Yeah.
Rachel, yeah, the 2K girl's fine.
Yeah. She married Andre Roberson, so I don't know how that
She
shot
married him?
Yeah.
They're married?
I don't know
Yeah.
how she married him when that man. I don't know
Wow.
how he shot his shot when he can't shoot for shit.
Maria
Just
Taylor?
20% from the field.
Maria Taylor, why
Taylor.
can't?
I'm hating though.
Maria Taylor.
Who's
Can't put a face to it.
Pam Oliver?
No.
No, you remember when?
Hold on, you say no to Pam Oliver, but yes to Doris Burke.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
You're
Absolutely.
Doris Burke, Pam Oliver's got the man hands, remember?
Doris Burke's probably like 6'4".
No, she's not.
She balled, bro. What do you
She
mean?
did ball. She did ball. She balled collegiately.
How tall is Doris Burke?
Erin Andrews is easily #1. No, maybe like 10 years ago.
She's
What
up there.
about
She's top five.
what about Nancy Lieberman from the WNBA? She was like 50 when we were
Oh,
kids.
Doris Burke's only 5'8".
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Carissa
bad.
Thompson's bad, but
She all right. Doris Burke actually is like better looking than I'm giving you guys credit
Yeah,
for,
bro.
What turns me off is that like she, and no
She knows
disrespect to her,
ball.
and she did come up at a different time, but she tries to sound too much like a man during the broadcast,
Jackie McMullen.
and she doesn't. Oh God! You want to eat some clam chowder after this? Fill me up with your clam chowder. She went for Boston or some shit.
didn't Woody Page dress as Taylor Swift for Halloween?
Oh, I gotta see this. Michael Mike dressed up as a girl too, probably.
Yeah.
I gotta find that
Woody
one.
Page's
I gotta
was
save my
nightmare
phone.
fuel, dude.
Oh yeah, the Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I know
He looked
exactly.
like
I remember actually when we were
he
here.
looked like crackcore Taylor Swift.
I think we were on air when that happened.
We were. That was terrifying.
Oh man.
I don't know if VMix can handle it
Sage
right now.
Steele's fine. Sage Steele is fine.
Yeah,
Steele's
Sage Steele
gorgeous.
aged like wine.
Oh man,
Who's on?
She aged like wine.
beautiful.
She was on First Take before Molly.
Oh, Carrie Champion?
Yeah, Carrie Champion's
yeah,
fine.
she was
She
bad.
retired.
She's on like I think she does like
The Fox
a
thing or
Fox
something?
show or something.
I don't even know if she's
Like
in
news,
sports
not- it's not
anymore.
sports.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's
gonna
like
say.
Oh, well, there's a lot of ESPN guys like is like at Fox.
Yeah.
Like Clay Travis. and,
Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan's fine.
The
the
name sounds familiar.
hot. I don't even know who it is, but the name.
I know
sounds
who that
It sounds
is.
hot.
Katie Nolan.
Katie Nolan, yeah.
That's
All
a
right,
hot
let me tell
name.
you guys about Lady Jane's. Another power ranking we could have. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut
damn,
experience
Katie Nolan.
and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you. And 5 years.
Jamel Hill
Open
posted
7 days a
thirst
week.
trap the other day.
Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Bloodbath.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Feldman's Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with over 18 locations and one right in your backyard. Visit Feldman Auto, find the one nearest you. Also, check out Feldman Chevrolet at Novi for Woodward Sports live there every other Monday. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live at woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy.
I'm literally crying right now.
Young Chris, JB Schmoop. Why is it funny?
I don't know. It's just
wild.
funny.
You kind of look like him. That was a bad MF, you know what I'm saying? Smash the like button if you guys have any 5-star review. Be a friend, tell a friend. On to actual Detroit Lions news. Aidan Hutchinson. I've kind of like called him out for not called him out, but I've my takeaways from meeting him and observing his interviews have been like, yeah, this guy's personality is football. He doesn't venture off from too much away from football. And dancing, he loves to dance, but in celebration of his football play. I watched him on the Amon St. Brown Brothers podcast today, and they confirmed just that. But let me tell you something. They got him for a reason. This is Aidan Hutchinson's response to the 2-point conversion controversy following the Detroit Lions versus the Cowboys game.
What were you thinking when they went for it 2 times after that? They kept going for it. What were you thinking?
You know, I
be honest.
declined. I'm going to decline to comment on this. You know, I'm not gonna stir up anything. But you know, I have all the faith in Coach Campbell. You know, he's an aggressive play caller, aggressive decision maker, and I feel like that shows that he has a lot of trust in our guys and what we've got and what we can do. So I'm going to leave that at that. But I think we.
He told us before. Like, he told us we're going for 2.
I love it.
This is before we even get.
I like it. I like it.
Switching it up, we're actually going to talk about Dan Campbell's aggressiveness and if it's too much. Because obviously, even Aidan Hutchinson, he's responding to it. I don't know. Jeff took some flack this morning from, I guess, kind of being truthful in the matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, it goes beyond just a 2-point conversion situation, too, like going for it again at the 7-yard line. But you also have the opportunity before halftime, or I guess a minute or 2 minutes before halftime, when you're at the 5-yard line, and you could have kicked the field goal in there, too, but you decided to go for it. Empty backfield. Jared Goff wasn't doing anything that day. Mm-hmm. I had beef with that one. But is it too much for you, Spinney?
No, I'm not going to say it's too much. I can not agree with it and still not say it's too much because that's who he is. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go for it. He's going to be Dan Campbell. I didn't really have a problem with them going for the touchdown. I wasn't mad about that. The one I did have a problem with was when they were given a second chance on the extra point. And it was from the 7-yard line. And they still lined up to go for 2. That's when I was like, just kick the extra point. Take it to overtime. Like, the football gods literally dropped the do-over in your lap. Like, just
2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like, just do it. Just kick the extra point. Go to overtime. Play your chances with the coin flip. And that's the one I really didn't agree with. But I'm not going to crucify the guy. That's how he plays. It's how he wanted to call it. That's what he's going to do. When it works out, you love him. When it doesn't, you don't. But you can still disagree with it without saying it's too much. And I disagreed with the going for 2 again. I like the call to go for 2 originally. Like, me and Boona were both sitting there. We were like, they should score this and then go for 2. And they did. And I was like, fuck yeah. But then when you get back to the 7-yard line, I was like, okay, kick the extra point here. Mm-hmm. But I thought that was kind of an emotional call. Like at the 7-yard line, like we're still fucking going for it. Fuck the rest, you know.
What's I
can't be mad at
I can resonate a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you, fucking cheated us. I'm still going for it.
he played almost the same era as I got hurt. Maybe two pocket him up in his head at that point.
For sure. But I liked going for 2, except when you were from the 7-yard line. I was fine with the going for the touchdown. That one didn't really bother me.
If I'm being like honest with you guys, like the way it falls, like the first 2-point conversion, like going for it, totally cool with it. Like go for it. You're right there, win the game, end it. You're already locked into a home playoff game. Like try to win the game.
Yeah.
Don't get you guys hurt.
Yes.
When it got pulled back from the bullshit penalty, going for 2, I had beef with it then. But then it moved back up, and I was like, okay, close enough again. Fuck it.
Yeah. Just what I think about, they pulled me right back in.
Just what I think about.
They pulled me right back in.
That's honestly where I was. But at the end of the game, whatever, I was like, whatever, it meshed over it. But like at the core of it, that's what Dan Campbell is, man. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You either like it or you love it. You just gotta accept it for what it is. It's in his DNA. Imagine walking around with that thick of a fucking neck and upper body and just coaching the game softly.
Yeah,
it's just never gonna happen. And he's born and raised in Texas. He's a fucking shoot 'em up cowboy all the way. Texas A&M. Then afterward too. Bloodbath McGrath is old Dan Campbell's back copy.
That's the thumbnail for tomorrow.
Dan Campbell's bloodbath McGrath. It's just in his DNA, man. And you gotta take it. You gotta take the good with the bad. A lot of situations the Detroit Lions have had, it's been part of it. They've got 11-5 so far with them coaching that way. Arguably 12-4, for being quite honest about it. And I'm cool with it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I agree with that. I know Jeff was talking about the field goal was the one that he really
That's
didn't.
why I got pissed.
That's the one he really didn't agree with because he was like, it's such a low-scoring game. You kick the field goal, you take the points. Again, that's who he is. Do I agree with the play call? Maybe not. Maybe I put a running back in the backfield. But you have confidence in your offense. You have confidence in Jared Goff to score a touchdown there. I do too. I think they can score. If it's a 5-yard play, and you're saying I need 5 yards to score, I have confidence that offense can get 5 yards on any given play. So I'm okay with them going for it there.
Yeah, the field goal one, that was my only beef one because, like, again, it just comes down to, like, feel of the game. And in that moment, your offense had not done, like, dick. In actuality, like, you got the first field goal, you had to go for it on 4th down to even get there in the red zone to begin with, and then to get there, do the slow developing like zone run schemes. I wasn't cool with that. Run the ball. I'm with you too, by the way. If you are gonna do it, run the ball. I'm so sick of seeing an empty field with at least not like allowing the defense to guess or fall for any type of play action if you're gonna throw it. All due respect to Jared Goff. He is a good football player. Ben Johnson calls them great plays for him. But I'm not going fucking shotgun empty if I'm trying to get a 4th and 5. At all due respect. And if I am relying on Jared Goff's arms to do it, again, I'm at least doing it deceptively, and I'm throwing a running back next to him, or I'm at least going under center. Something like that at least. But do it like in the Chargers game, man. Like the Chargers game, every 4th down situation they had, it felt like they were just running the ball and didn't give a shit about it. And guess what? They got them in those situations. But I think for the feel of the game, in that situation, for the Detroit Lions, I think you had to take the field goal there. And to be honest with you, that field goal would have been the difference in the game. Obviously, Dallas probably calling.
You can say that about a lot of things.
You can say that about a lot of things, but like point-wise, it would have been the difference.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. If you got the safety, that would have been a bigger difference in the game because you would have had a safety and they wouldn't have scored a 95-yard touchdown.
But point-wise, quite literally the difference in the game. Mathematically, it would have been a difference in the game. And I think those type of opportunities, you have to have a feel for the game. Like, what's my offense doing? Have we been like able to move the ball? The answer is no. Kick the field goal, take the points.
Yeah, have you seen the butterfly effect?
Yes, I have.
You change one thing, everything else just so you kick the field goal and everything else could have been different.
Take the points. Don't give a shit in a situation like that. If it's a game where you're just like rumbling and stumbling all over them, that just happen to stop you. And by the way, our red zone offense isn't the greatest.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we have like the 2nd or 3rd most touchdowns like outside of the red zone.
I don't know why they don't use Monty in the red zone anymore.
They right?
Yeah.
They kind of gone away from it.
Yeah.
It confuses me a bit, but that was my beef. And again, I don't think there's no too aggressive. He is what he is.
I would have 5 yards to score, stacked it up big on big.
Yeah.
Fucking give it to Monty with Malcolm in front of him.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I mean, and per aggressiveness on the 4th down call specifically on the year, he's like 19 to 38, which if I'm not mistaken is like 50%. So it's a coin flip. As long as we're not on our side of the field with it, I feel better, obviously. But I could get a feel for how your offense is moving. That's all I'm asking for, really.
The Nightman says field goals are not Bloodbath McGrath.
Field goals are not Bloodbath McGrath.
He plays for keeps, man. He plays for keeps.
Hey, I love it. I love that about him, man. I have no issue with it. JB, I know you spoke about this morning, but do you have issue with it? Is he too aggressive?
Great name, by the way.
I don't think he's too aggressive, but at times, as you said, there are plays where, hey, you need to be a little bit smarter. But then again, I don't think this is going to end DC being too aggressive. If anything, you're probably going to see a lot more of this once the playoff hits, in all honesty. But to go with Spencer's butterfly effect, hell, you kick the field goal there, and the end result is Michigan versus Alabama. You lose 20-27. Then what? Are you happy that way in overtime or what?
Take the field goal. I don't care. Get the points on the board. I think you still. I mean, obviously the game was going a certain way where it's like the points were hard to come by. I think in those situations you take the points. Just get a feel. Read the field.
Lunchbox Hooligan says, "Fuck it, Spenny. Put Sewell in his fullback and stuffer."
Honestly, I'm fucking down with that.
Maybe not Sewell, but like.
Oh, Sewell would be the one I pick.
I'd pick like.
Did you see him on the interception in Chicago?
Yeah, good luck tackling it.
No way, I'm picking Sewell. You see him on the interception versus Chicago?
Yeah,
wasn't it Benito that picked up that fumble?
Johnson?
Yeah. Wasn't it Benito that picked up that fumble? Was like, oh shit, I gotta run with this.
No,
thing.
that was Bugs.
Yeah, that was Bugs. Yeah, that was funny.
Before we go to break, Chris, is too aggressive for you, Dan Campbell?
No. This is like Spencer said. This is exactly what he is, and it's been a thing that has worked in our favor, and it's been a thing that has bit us in the ass. So I agree with you, Eazy. It was a wrong call. Have the feel for the game, but at the end of the day, you can't take this one call and then use that to be like, see, he should never do this ever. Like you can't do that. Like you gotta believe in the balance of it. Like there's gonna be games that's gonna win you. There's gonna be games that's gonna lose you. But that's part of Dan Campbell, and this is the best Lions regime in many decades. So I think you have to just shut up and trust it.
Yeah, I think it's really concerning too. Is like you were giving the ball. Why I was also nervous. You're giving the ball back to Dallas before they also got the ball at halftime.
Yeah.
Easily could have been like a 10 to 14 point swing.
Sometimes you gotta pay the troll toll to get in the end zone. Yeah. Like you gotta do what it takes.
That's also my thing too, though. Is like I just didn't want to go to an overtime with CeeDee Lamb.
You just wanted to say troll toll. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's from Always Sunny.
I'm avoiding
probably the best episode.
I'm avoiding any type of overtime at all with a guy like CeeDee Lamb who had a 92-yard touchdown earlier in that game. That's just where I'm at with it. But I am curious though, how far do you think Dan Campbell would have been pushed back before he's like, all right, kick the damn
yeah, he's at the 25-yard line. He's like, we're still fucking going for it.
I think they're talking about on the St. Brown podcast is that meme of the guy with like 2 kings and blackjack.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's like, hit me.
That is Dan Campbell.
Let me tell you guys about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 6 years we've been providing Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the finest Wagyu beef, dry aged beef, prime beef, and more. Hit them up at fairwaypacking.com to get it delivered or stop for grab and go steaks in Grosse Pointe Woods.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. coming to Woodward Sports. Woodward and Main Street. The Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
RIP to the same old Lions. Big thanks to Sheila, Brand, and Dan for putting them to rest. And guess what else is found a grave? Same old rock, paper, scissors. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that tired game with 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg now and find out why. Once you go Jack, you never go back.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, Spin More Racks, Young Chris, JB Smooth. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button, 5-star review on all podcast platforms. Mike Bell and Danny G were asking about those glorious pre-rolls.
They're fire.
Gas.
Yeah.
I think you get them anywhere from like $15 to $20.
Yeah.
But
they'll get your cousin
if you go to
pretty
Disco,
quick.
they'll break you off deals.
I'm not even a smoker, and I love those.
Yeah, honestly, they're phenomenal.
Put you in the cousin zone.
They put me in the perfect zone, unless I take a whole one to the head. Which never.
Remember the donuts?
I'm always in the cousin zone, bro.
Man, those donuts.
Donuts will do you, bro.
So that's what those are kind of like, actually. Like the donuts, they got the hash in the middle. With those ones, it's like
on the
infused.
outside. Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Where do you want to take this thing, Spin? We got the coach of the year. Okay, well, fuck it, let's do that.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
Dan Campbell coach of the year?
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
Is the Too Aggressive coach of the year for you?
No.
I feel like this is more of a conversation in our group text than it is like outside.
Yeah, Booner was. I mean, Booner. You know Booner. You know his shtick. But it's close. It's close. I think Dan Campbell is going to be a top 3 coach of the year candidate. But I think it's Kevin Stefanski's award. What they've done, man. They got 11 wins. They've won a game with 4 different quarterbacks. Like it's insanely impressive. And if D'Amico Ryans and the Houston Texans win their division, I think that he should win it, honestly. Yeah, it's close. It's close between those two. I think Dan Campbell is slipping down a little bit.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, too. I mean, I already said in the group chat earlier, I think if whoever wins that division between, if obviously the Jags don't take it, whoever wins it between Ryans and Steichen, I'd be totally cool if they end up getting coach of the year.
Yeah.
Who expected that to happen? Either of those guys going first or worse. Especially, like, okay, both in rookie quarterback situations, but even worse, or maybe for the better, because rookies aren't necessarily always like ready to go. Like C.J. Stroud's kind of the exception.
Yeah.
But my man's doing it with freaking Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. AR-15 looked pretty good when he was playing.
He did look pretty good. Shane Steichen, by the way, too, Eagles aren't the same.
No.
But they started off hot, and then slowly dwindling. You're seeing like a lot of their shortcomings. Still a stacked roster, too, by the way. For it to be come up that short, well, I'm a little bit nervous about Ben Johnson. But Shane Steichen, he's nice.
He is nice.
D'Amico Ryans, clearly nice. Mm-hmm. But he said Stefanski, too. Bruner's the one who brought it up, too. That's the guy who's like big, like Dan Campbell's coach of the year. Anything else, you're a hater, all the other good shit, whatever. The Browns beat the Ravens and the 49ers.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's the 2 best teams in the NFL.
By the way, I'm pretty sure it was like P.J. Walker was the quarterback when they beat the 49ers. I don't even know who was the quarterback when they beat the Ravens.
Nick Chubb's gone.
Yeah.
They don't have Nick Chubb, who would have been an MVP candidate this year. Like,
fuck yeah, especially in this offense.
Nick Chubb is a freak. And they lost in, what, week 3, week 2?
Yeah.
So, like, I think Stefanski deserves it, man. If it wasn't for the Ravens, they would be winning that division. They beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, they gave the Ravens one of their, 2 losses on the year?
3.
Yeah.
And then get division games go crazy like that. But, like, he did it. We didn't do it. 49ers didn't do it. I don't think that anybody in the rest of that division did it either. Steelers and whoever the hell else. Another thing, too, because we had the argument this morning with Lucas, and that's why I kind of ended up on the prep sheet today. It was just something I was passionate about. We had a discussion about the Browns. You look at them, you probably think it's all defense, which a lot of it is a tremendous defense. Like, don't get it twisted. They're still the 9th most points scored in the league right now as an offense. What? That's crazy to think. As you said, without Chubb, we're going through like 4 different quarterbacks to still be the 9th most points scored as an offense. It's not points scored as an entire team, because then you're including like your defense, pick sixes and whatnot, as an offense. And they have the 11th most yards, total yards. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be the case. And I only pulled it up because Lucas was giving Jim Schwartz all the credit. Which Jim Schwartz, he's a great defensive coordinator.
Great defensive coordinator.
Very jealous of the things he's got going on. I remember I hated him when he was with the Bills, but he turned that thing around, kind of. Then he popped over to the Eagles, won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
He was with them last year. No, he wasn't. The year before. Oh, he took the year off. He retired. Now he's back to the Browns. Look at the Browns are, too. The Browns got great defense. Great defense. But, yeah, I mean, again, I think if Dan Campbell were to win it, it would have been last year. Like, last year made sense for Dan. Like, you start the season 1-5. You had low expectations going into the season.
Yeah.
That was the scenario this year. Everyone expected Detroit Lions to win the NFC North. Everyone expected Detroit Lions. I mean, shit. I like to think of us as like some of the more realistic guys in the network. I'm not hating on anybody with that term, but I think we're willing to say I think there's going to be a loss this weekend and whatnot. We had 11 to 12 wins expectations heading into the season. Yeah. So if he goes and he cash ins 11 and 12 wins, you're meeting expectations. Where in situations like the Colts, in situations like the Texans, you're exceeding expectations. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's close. Like, Dan Campbell's definitely going to be...
He's like fourth place. I mean, if he gets it, it's going to be like a popularity thing.
But,
which I'm not.
I think it's Stefanski.
Who decides these things, by the way?
I don't know.
I'm actually about to look that up.
Flacco bloodbaths is the nightmare. Dude, he's got Joe Flacco playing like an elite quarterback still. Like, it's pretty wild,
I'm pretty sure it's the media.
It's pretty wild.
He has more touchdowns this month. I said this yesterday too, but more touchdowns this month than freaking Dick Face in Pittsburgh has his entire career.
Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
Why'd you call him Dick Face?
I couldn't think of his name. He is kind of a dick face.
I thought you liked Kenny Pickett.
I'm not backing up Mason Rudolph. Well, I like Peter Schrager. Peter Schrager had high hopes for him this season. So I'm like, Peter Schrager. And Schrager's fairly accurate sometimes. And so I was like, all right, well.
He was wrong.
He looks to be
dead wrong.
You think they're moving on from that?
No,
yeah, probably.
It's crazy. His fucking senior
JJ
year.
McCarthy stock.
His senior year, he had, 40 touchdowns, like 4,000, 5,000 yards? Like, dude was going crazy.
The media selects Coach of the Year, by the way.
Okay. AP Sports Writers, yes, is running.
Yeah. Like, the storyline, everything was there for Campbell last year. And obviously, I fucking love Dan Campbell. I'm just like, being realistic, that's all.
No, this is what I was trying to tell Booner yesterday. Every year has a new set of circumstances, a new set of narratives. Like, so Booner's whole point was, this guy won in the past with, taking the Cleveland Browns, doing the same thing that the Lions are doing now, winning the division for the first time in forever. So, but also that season they didn't have a guy who won 9 games with 4 different quarterbacks and their star running back
11 games.
Yeah, 11 games. And in probably the most overall competitive division, or one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. Like, it's just every year there's new circumstances, there's new narratives. So what may have won one year may not win the next year.
JB, you're the residential homer in the building. I will let you speak freely. I won't interrupt you. I won't roll my eyes. Won't make any faces. Do you think Dan Campbell is the head coach of the year?
I think he could be. If media is voting on this, then yeah. I think it's a toss-up between him and D'Amico Ryans, in all honesty. So, I don't know. I just feel like media darling-wise, like, yeah, it's Dan Campbell. It's the Detroit Lions. It's the most media that the media has ever talked about the Lions in a long time. And, hey, Dan Campbell's right there in the center of it. He's a guy that sits here and you can poke fun at, but also at the same time you have to respect for, his ballsy plays. So I think it's either between him or D'Amico Ryans, just because D'Amico is basically turning around this whole Texas franchise in less than a season. So
yeah, who would have saw that coming?
I feel like you said it. You just throwing it out there.
No, I like the signings they made. I like their draft a lot.
No, I did like CJ Stroud a lot.
This guy Spencer has a right take, and he's like, I feel like you just got lucky with that one.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't know what you were doing. You were just joking.
When you say it was like...
no, I get you.
Yeah. It was kind of like what you got right as well. Jack Campbell being a Dan Campbell guy. And you're like, well, just because I think so.
I knew that one too. That's my football intuition.
Hey, fair enough.
Interesting.
3-way tie in that division, by the way, too. Lucas in the Woodward Sports Chat under the Believe Me Later name says this is asinine.
He just hates the Browns.
Lucas, you have the phone number. Pick up the phone, pussy.
He's just a Browns hater.
Pick it up. He is a Browns hater.
Yeah.
He said Browns fans don't like him either, but I liken that to like the way
Michigan
fans.
I bet they're liking that 11 win record.
I liking that.
Joe Flacco.
No, I relate that to like Michigan fans didn't want when Michigan fans didn't like Harbaugh. It's like after someone's there for like a long enough time where they're not getting like the full thing done, you're kind of like, all right, I'm done with this. Doesn't discredit them as like a good coach though, in my opinion. And what he did this year is pretty freaking crazy.
Some people are boring.
Well, let me tell you about Hamlin Pub. Have you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular? We have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. They got half-off pizza on Thursdays and food and drink specials for all NFL games and all Michigan sports games. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is where you guys need to go to purchase your tickets for all you can eat, all you can drink, and a free shuttle to get to the Detroit Lions game then afterwards. BullseyeEventGroup.com, brought to you by Long Drink. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live at WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, Spin My Racks, Young Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button, be a friend, and tell a friend. Share the stream, mates. On to another lecture at hand. Another piece. I've got a couple plays, man. I like the topics you got today. How about this one? And this is what I was kind of going to before Chris played the wrong video like an idiot. I'm just kidding. We obviously saw you all the time, though. I apologize. But I think, all right, I'll put it to you this way. At the trade deadline, and I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak for Spinny, but I threw a fit. I fucking raged. I had manic moments. I was livid. I was pissed off. The Detroit Lions didn't address the defensive line or just the defense in general. I wanted another piece acquired to this defense so we can go and compete for a Super Bowl. I think our Super Bowl window is limited because I believe this coaching staff, as well as the roster too, but I think we have the perfect mixture right now, or could have had an even better mixture if I were to say. But I may have been wrong, and it's because of this next video from Aidan Hutchinson that Chris is going to play right now.
No, that's tough though, but I really do believe that this is like some destiny stuff, you know, because when I was a senior at Michigan, we lost to Michigan State. We were undefeated. It was like a top 10 matchup. We lost to Michigan State, and it was kind of one of those bullshitty games where it kind of gets away from you. And I
watched that game. That's when Kenneth Walker went crazy.
He went crazy, and I scored a touchdown on us. The other DN got the strip sack, and that would have made it like a 3 or 4 possession game, and they overturned it. And then after that momentum, it kind of snowballed. But that was one of those things that I think if that game hadn't happened, that wouldn't have propelled us the rest of the season, even beating Ohio State, like winning the Big Ten championship that year. Like, I don't think any of that would have happened. So that's why I kind of like correlate that with this, because this is one of those things where it's like, it was a stupid call. It is what it is. But like, I think this is only going to motivate us, and especially, you know, as we move into the playoffs and, you know, if we advance and we play Dallas again at their place, I just feel like you know, we have there's so much confidence knowing that, you know, we should have won that game. And I really
I just want to run through a brick wall.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a destiny thing, though. It's like
God
I feel
damn,
like this.
I'm ready.
It's just it's written in the stars. But
That right there is key. Like, as much as I wanted like additional talent acquired and put on the defensive line specifically, I get it.
The attitude.
Watching that right there, I get it.
You saw it.
There's a certain type of guy that they want in this team, a certain type of mindset, a certain type of attitude they want. I mean, even just after him speaking, I don't even play on the team, and I was ready to run through a wall. That was like, obviously it wasn't like the theatrics of a Dan Campbell, but Dan Campbell asking the message that was spread. And to the point where even after the fact, Amon Ra's response was, I'm ready to run through a fucking wall.
You saw Amon Ra getting juiced up as he was talking. He was like, yeah. Like, they got a bunch of psychopath football maniacs on this team.
Yes.
Like guys that live, breathe, love football. And that's, you know, that's the culture that they have put into the locker room. And I mean, I still would have liked a defensive end at the trade deadline. That would have been nice. But still, they're ready to go, man. They won the division. They're looking good. They should have beat the Cowboys. They should have second place locked up, fighting for first place. But obviously, we know Brad Allen ruined that for Lions fans everywhere. So fuck Brad Allen, but let's go. Let's go and go out there and win a couple of playoff games.
And this is their opportunity to prove us wrong. Go get you a Super Bowl off the vibes. Because if this is a sneak peek of what it is, I might be buying. Because to a certain extent, I do believe in this roster and the coaching staff. Again, the combination of it all. I do have some belief that they can make some magic. And it's not even like a belief I've had the entire season. I'm not going to lie to you. It hasn't been there. But now that I've seen this defense turn around, with AG finally getting a piece that he wanted at the safety position. I mean, one of the reasons they acquired CJ, one of the reasons they moved Iffy to that safety spot is to do the things we're seeing them do right now. The same plays that you're seeing Iffy make, that's what CJ was doing at that spot in the same situation last year. Like, I have a little bit of belief that maybe they can do something now. And I'm glad I got this sneak peek because I'm on board. Let's go fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
No, let's run through a wall, man. Go out there and smack him in the mouth. I hope we get Dallas in the playoffs. I pray to God we get Dallas in the playoffs. We get to go in Jerry's world and put our nuts all over that wrinkly piece of shit's forehead. Wrinkle to wrinkle. Right on his forehead. So I want that to happen.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to right the wrongs. I want them to all wear fuck Brad Allen shirts under their jerseys. And then at the end of the game when they beat the Cowboys, I'll take their jerseys off and have the fuck Brad Allen shirts on.
Yeah. Have you fired, score a touchdown, have a fuck Brad Allen?
Yeah, bro.
Think the refs would go after him, though?
Oh, yeah.
Think we go target?
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Maybe not do that.
That's how you do it after the game.
But do the fuck Cowboys. I'm cool with fucking the Cowboys for now.
Fuck, George Kittle wore the fuck the Cowboys shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Do the fuck Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's not the refs. Because the referee.
Then put Brad Allen in really small letters.
Really small. Nah, I'm with the shits, man. And the thing, too, again, them acquiring Dan Campbell guys. Obviously, Aidan Hutchinson kind of displayed that in that little clip there, too. It's not just like having the attitude of like wanting to bounce back, wanting to get back, but also like the ability, maybe just speaking to Aidan Hutchinson specifically in this situation, but also the ability to convey that message, to articulate it and pass it on to like your teammates next to you. Because they have Amon Ra in that same thing, too. Look at Amon Ra's brother EQ, was looking to troll with that statement, making the fucking whatever douchebaggery face he was making. But as Aidan got to speaking, again, articulating it and relating it back to the situation he went through himself, his face straightened out. You're hearing him out a little bit, like, wait, where's he going with this? And he went somewhere, and it landed.
Yeah.
And I'm pumped, man. And by the way, Aidan Hutchinson started the entire podcast off with like they're bitching about never getting him on or him giving him short time. He's like, brother, I got film to watch. I got cryotherapy. I got this. I got that. Like, he is a student of the guy. He is very studious, and like, it's, again, personality is football.
He's a psychopath. He's a football psychopath, and they all are. Amon Ra is. Jack Campbell is. Like, these guys live, breathe, eat, sleep football. And that's what they want out of their players.
Jack Campbell, another guy too, who's coming along, by the way, the back half of the season.
Yeah.
Second in team on tackles right now. But not even like, sometimes those stats creep up on you, like, oh damn, he has like this, whatever. But now you're witnessing him.
You're seeing him.
You're
play
seeing him like,
better.
you're seeing him like everywhere, and
He made
aggressive
some plays
too.
against Dallas.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's coming in the fold too. I just got to see it more so in the passing game.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
got his meat missile title back when he subbed in for Anzalone. He had like 12 tackles in that game.
Yeah. You count a meat missile now?
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
I did the day after they won that game.
I ain't got no beef with it.
Yeah, this guy Spencer questioned it for like 2 days, and then he had a game, and then he was like, "Yep, nope, it's here to stay."
Yeah.
And he's just never questioned it.
The meat missile, man.
Chris, how you feeling about, I guess, the Detroit Lions winning the game off the vibes? Is this Cowboys
off the vibes
lost you in this team?
See, this is where I zag a little bit in that I believe that when you have guys like Hutch, you have guys like Amon-Ra, like the leaders of your locker room being this strongly, I just believe that you could take somebody in that even if they're not all the way there, that you can bring them there. And that's kind of my issue with it, is I think that he plays the chemistry of the locker room. Well, I will say that is very important. I'm not going to act like I was the greatest athlete, but playing high school basketball, like, chemistry is important. Like, chemistry is important in sports. Like, you need a collective locker room. You will achieve more with less talent that way. But if your locker room is that strong, if you have that great of leadership, it should be able to withstand almost anything. And so that's where I push back on this and say that, I'm not happy that they didn't make a move at the deadline, because I believe that this locker room is just as strong as I believed it before. And I believe that you could have brought somebody in and they would have, even if they didn't necessarily perfectly fit that culture, you could have found somebody that fitted enough, combined with this locker room, would have gotten you the on-field production while also keeping the locker room the way it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I still believe in the things I did say in terms of, like, wanting to acquire talent, watching the other contenders acquire talent, and move forward with that, because that's what winning teams do. But I guess I have a different belief in this team now than I did at that standpoint, at that junction this season, where, like, I've seen this defense come alive. And not only has the defense come alive, and we're going to speak about that a little bit later, but against premier competition, the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, yeah, CD did his thing, but it's like, as you mentioned earlier, we've had Calvin Johnson here doing his thing, never amounted to winning.
Yeah.
And maybe teams were defending us the same way. Like, look, this guy's going to eat. We just got to not let him score. He could go. I mean, we can't really stop him from doing the things he's doing, but we can stop him from crossing that goal line. And that's what this defense has kind of been the back half of the season, especially with the emergence of Ifeanyi Melifonwu. So I'll take it. I'll take it all day. And if you had, like, a little Chase Young in there, fuck yeah, of course you're doing more damage. I don't think there's an issue with that too. But I think he answered our question too, whether it's like a matchup situation that they got those 3 sacks for.
Yeah.
He kind of said it like it was. That's
why
I watched the film for.
It was, yeah. But still, he got going, man. He got the 3 sacks. You need that for sure. You need him to get rolling into the playoffs. It's extremely important to have a guy like Aidan Hutchinson go out there and make plays, especially. But like we said, he's getting help back now. He's getting Lee McNeil. He's getting James Houston, who are the 2 second and third best pass rushers on this fucking team. So, like, having those guys back definitely going to help Hutch get back in the backfield a little bit more. So I'm excited, man. I'm happy that defense started buzzing here against the Cowboys. They held a team that averages 30-plus points at home to 20. Like, that is an accomplishment. I don't care that CeeDee Lamb looked like a fucking prime Jerry Rice out there. You still held this team to 20 points, which is impressive.
And it's all happening at the best time, the perfect time, into the playoffs.
Yeah.
The defense, too, into the playoffs. Light this fire as you're going to do battle for quite literally, like, the season. The season on the line, every single one of these situations. And they're still technically alive for the 2 seed. Detroit Lions need to take care of business against the Minnesota Vikings, and then you need the Cowboys and Eagles to lose.
Yeah, which is not going to happen.
You don't think so?
No. They're playing the Commanders and the Giants.
And they both need the W's because they're both fighting for their division. There was something, I got to look it up, man. There was something.
Brock Purdy's getting benched.
I saw that. Sam Darnold.
Really? They're
he's
just
not
resting
getting benched. They're resting him.
Yeah.
Because of the injury.
I mean, on that matter, too, Dan Campbell, I think there's a graphic for this, Chris, in there, if you want to find it. It's a Dan Campbell picture. He's not resting the guys.
No, they're all playing.
He wants
to win. Yeah.
How you feeling about that? I know we talked about it, wanting them to sit. So, yeah, we're going to use our full arsenal here and go win this game. And that's in relation to the Minnesota Vikings game this Sunday. You look disapproving.
I mean...
Too aggressive for you?
I don't like it.
Bloodbath, McGrath, and Campbell.
I don't like it. I would rest definitely the offensive line. I would rest Jameson Williams because he got a little injured in the last game. I would rest Sam Laporta because he got a little injured last game. I would rest Jared Goff because what happens if he takes a bad hit? Like, I'm good. This game doesn't mean anything. I can understand you're saying they could get the second. They're not going to get it. Like the Eagles and the Niners aren't both going to lose.
Eagles and the Cowboys.
Or Cowboys.
It makes the game annoying again to think about it.
This is the equivalent of going for it on fourth down every single play. It's like, all right, dude, chill. Like you're going a little too far here with that. Like playing them the game. But I get it. I mean, what else do you expect from the guy who goes for it on fourth downs all the time? Like this is kind of just who he is, and this is what I think this team's identity and culture. To speak back to what we just talked about, I just think that's what this team is. This team is live, breathe football. I don't think even these guys are down to go out there. Like they're ready. Hell yeah, they're down to play another game. They're down to get off this, that Dallas Cowboy game. Just like we don't want to talk about this game anymore, they don't want to think about that game anymore.
That's what I'm saying too. What if Dan is just the messenger saying like, hey, I'm not resting any of the starters, but yet still everyone in the locker room is like, hey, no, forget that. We want to play. We want to go out there and basically just destroy Minnesota after being hurt so bad from this Dallas experience. Like, they want to go out there and put up 30, 40, and then just not look back at all. Like, they want to play.
You're the head coach, and you make the decision.
Yeah,
that's what I was
That's what you get paid to do.
I'd rather have you guys do that in the playoffs than against a meaningless Minnesota game.
Maybe it is something, though, to go into the playoffs with that mentality still. Because maybe you take that game off and you lose a little bit of that edge, get a little bit too comfortable. Because, I mean, to be fair, as a coach and player, he's been there in both situations, like to the Super Bowl as a player with the Giants and to the Super Bowl as a coach with the Saints. Maybe he knows that week of rest or it could affect certain guys differently.
I'm just saying that football is a very violent game.
It is.
And anything can happen on any play.
Yeah.
Chris, no Jalen this week, by the way.
I'm with you. I would rest them, but do you think there's any sort of, and Dan Campbell's honest with the media, so I don't think, but is there any gamesmanship to it whatsoever?
No.
I don't think so either, because there's no reason to have
pretty-
gamesmanship in a game that's essentially useless for both teams.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference: family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on reports.com. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Appreciate you guys listening to us, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We wouldn't be a thing if you guys weren't here to watch us, support us, and that means a lot to me. So make sure you hit the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream for other people. We have John Makroon will be joining us shortly. I sent him the VMix code, but in the meantime, I want to ask you this question because I asked it on the podcast itself.
Mm-hmm.
Is Hutch a dirty player?
No.
Did you see what this
Yes.
is? You want to play a video, Chris?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is coming from ML football. So,
ML football's a joke.
Okay, I don't want to say it, but yeah.
ML football.
I was going to say it that way,
it's
but
run
yeah,
by
I mean,
like
I
a
don't-
toddler.
You know, Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's like a high school kid or something like that. So essentially, what they're saying is these are the drop tackles that the NFL is looking to ban. And it was an awkward fall there for Dak, but you can't fall.
How else are you going to tackle the fucking quarterback? If they ban this, how else are you going to hit the quarterback? Can't hit him high, can't hit him low, can't hit him too hard, can't hit him late, can't lay on him when you hit him. Like, how else do you want him to sack the quarterback? You want him to just hold on to him, make sure they don't go anywhere, yell at him real hard, tuck him in? Like, no, these aren't dirty tackles. He's not a dirty player. It's just, I saw that tweet too. Aidan Hutchinson coming on people's radars as a dirty player.
This looks like a normal ass sack.
These are normal sacks.
And the other thing too, like with the NFL, the way they're calling the game with these roughing the passer calls, where you're not allowed to fall with any like weight delivered to the player. That's the way to hurt that.
That's how the NFL wants you to sack the quarterback.
Yeah.
What they've said, how they've made these rules, that is how the NFL wants you to sack the quarterback.
And maybe, I don't know the validity of this, and obviously he stayed healthy this year. Remember Tua was taking like classes on like how to fall?
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu, that's one of the, at least when I went to school, that's the first thing they taught us is like how to take a fall. How to fall where your weight and everything's like distributed evenly or as even as possible across your body, so you're not injuring any one point of your body. Maybe that's something that these quarterbacks need to look into if that's going to be the new style of tackling quarterbacks, because anything else is a flag. At some point, the quarterbacks are going to there's going to be you can't tackle quarterbacks at all. It's going to be a flag football situation for those positions specifically.
Yeah, sarcastable.
Which is bullshit.
Why don't you go up there and give him a big hug?
Yeah, I don't think Aidan Hutchinson's a dirty player at all.
No.
But take it away real quick. I got to send something to John.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You can't tackle the quarterback without getting flagged nowadays. And you can't tackle the quarterback legally without being a dirty player now, too. So ML football's a joke, man. That's all it is.
JB, are we missing the mark here? I mean, maybe not a dirty player, but was that a dirty play? Is that a dirty tackle just in general?
No, not really. I mean, hell, football is a tough and rough and dirty game, as you guys have sit here and said. Of course, every single player is going to be holding or some kind of penalty that obviously a ref's not going to see, or they're just going to let them play on. But still, at the same time, that's not a dirty play. And honestly, coming from Aidan Hutchinson, a guy from Michigan who honestly is probably as clean cut as anyone we've seen come out of Michigan, like I don't expect him to be a dirty player at all.
Chris?
No, I don't get it. Like Spencer said, how else are you supposed to tackle the quarterback today? Like, it's getting over dramatic. I get that you want to protect the quarterback because the quarterback is the marquee in a sport that is as team sport as anything else. The quarterback is the most marketable. So I get wanting to protect that from the NFL's perspective, but dude, none of these plays were dirty. And again, what options are you leaving these players with if you don't? Or if you enforce these kind of rules. So I'm not with it. I don't think Hutch is a dirty player. I think everything we've seen from Hutch is just he's about his business and he's a competitor. But this is a tough sport. It's very hard to be dirty in a sport that's this violent.
I mean, how else are you supposed to tackle? Can the NFL send out a video about how you're supposed to tackle now?
Yeah, I would love that if they show their own player again.
I wouldn't say it's hard to be dirty, because there are dirty players in the NFL.
No, I'm not saying. That's why I said hard, not impossible. Like, it's a sport that's a very contact driven sport. Now, obviously, you can do certain things and attack certain places and bounty gate and all of these things that there is dirty.
Vontaze pretty dirty.
There is dirty in football, but when it's this competitive of a sport, like, you know, you're bound to hit a quarterback hard. You're bound to hit a quarterback in some area. Like, it's just, I don't know. I've
never, to my mind, and then maybe I'm biased. I'm obviously have a clear stance on this, but like, just thinking in my head right now, I can't think of a time I saw a tackle. I was like, that's a dirty tackle. Outside of maybe like suplexes when I see those out there, it's like,
I love that shit though.
I love it too, but it's up to the referee. The referee's at discretion to blow the play dead at that point before it even gets there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I think hitting guys out of bounds, that could be perceived dirty. I know Hutch had a similar play like that, but in that situation, the player was in bounds when Hutch shoved him out.
Yeah.
So that's at your discretion to protect yourself. That's the other part of it too. Again, if Tua's taking these classes to protect himself, that should be on the rest of the players too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, that's a responsibility in prize fighting too, and that's sport where you're literally looking to do damage. Protect yourself at all times. Floyd Mayweather, I think it's something Ortiz where he knocks him out because he didn't put his hands up after the referees broke it up.
Yeah.
It's at your discretion. You got to be responsible for protecting yourself at some point too. This is a physical sport, man. Fuck the ML football. I guess we're going to him directly because he's the one to bring it up and try to make it a narrative.
Shit.
Yes.
Some soft ass shit.
And I'm glad I've read the comments too, and I'm nerdy enough where I'll click on the profile. Is this a Detroit Lions fan who's shitting on this guy? Okay, no, he's from Denver. I had no mutual followers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just it's a bad take. These are clean sacks, if anything. Pause.
Love a clean sack.
Ain't nothing wrong with a clean sack, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Okay, I guess I'd ask you guys. I mean, what were we in the chat? Nicholas Duncan after maybe ML football's a Cowboys fan. But he was riding pretty hard for us in the referee thing. I will say that. What were you gonna say? I thought you were gonna say something.
Well, I think that is a Cowboys thing though. Like after the Cowboys game, of course now Hutch is a dirty player, right? Because he sacked America's quarterback 3 times.
Yeah. Jake Wagner, grappling 101. Throws you try to avoid hurt. Wait, as funky words. I'm gonna skip over that one. In my jiu-jitsu classes, we were taught to strike hard and strike first. Says MPWMU. Nicholas Duncan, not a dirty tackle. If you're gonna sit Ragno, might as well sit Goff. But I don't think that's in Dan's DNA. Yeah, if they get up, I want them to sit the guys. If they're up like 2 scores, heading into the third, sit them.
Yeah.
I mean, when do the Cowboys and when do the Eagles play?
Play it all.
Yeah.
I'm about to look. Because if those are 4 o'clock games, I guess you wouldn't know, so you would have to cash in to win. The same situation over there at 1 o'clock, too. You're not going to know during.
Excuse me. I think you can beat the Vikings with majority backups anyways.
That's pretty, I mean.
This Viking team is hurt.
They're on their 5th quarterback.
Yeah.
Dude.
They almost won with that quarterback last time.
And Nick Mullins is starting
again.
again.
Quarterback's gone.
Nick Mullins is starting again.
Yeah, Nick Mullins confirmed starter.
Good. Bro throws Hail Marys.
Yeah, Cowboys playing at 4:25. When are the Eagles playing?
I think you will see like Teddy Bridgewater at least that second half for the rest of the second half.
I hope so.
Given it'll probably be his last game, period.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, let Teddy go out there.
Yeah, they're both at 4:30.
Give Teddy the start.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater against the Vikings?
Yeah.
It is the team that drafted him.
And then, like JB said, this is going to be his last game in the NFL.
Cast him to the side. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to get John connected. I know he's currently working on it. We got him?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do a quick break, come back with John. Does that sound good?
Yep. Sounds good to me. Let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay up.
That's 1-800.
Stay up.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Brace Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Dispo Dispensary's #1 stop shop for the best curated cannabis in the business. They got new deals with the new year. Make sure you guys come by. New year, new deals, same plug. I like this promo. Make sure you guys hit them up. Dispo in Ann Arbor from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Dispo, almost said the wrong city.
Oh, the joint's a sparkler.
Nice.
That's dope.
I like those.
You like that? Yeah. Dispo Dispensary, local cannabis plug. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The moment I've been waiting for. Detroit Lions reporter for SI, that's Sports Illustrated, and catch him at Detroit Sports Podcast on his Twitter. Our guy, John Makroon. What up, though, man?
What's happening, my naysayers? What's good today?
Oh, my God.
They say us, man. Come on.
Don't
That's
say
right.
what the hardy are.
That's right.
Naysayers,
When I saw
please.
that, I thought it was crazy because, like
It was
everybody
wild.
else, I was like, Reese Davis ain't gonna be saying that kind of stuff. And then Pat McAfee brought it up.
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
That's great.
That was a great moment when Pat McAfee interrupted him and was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? How was things down in Antelope Park? I know they released the piece Dan Campbell did for his press conference, but what was everything beforehand after with the players? Anything interesting today?
Yeah, it was real interesting. First and foremost, though, I do want to bring up your point regarding Aidan Hutchinson. Fuck yeah, he's a dirty player. Look, Dan Campbell set the tone day one. He walks up to the microphone and says, we're going to bite kneecaps, and when you knock us down, we're going to get up again and bite kneecaps again. The theme of the defense is violence. So you never apologize for being a violent football team. The person that got to get that memo was Derek Barnes. You had the chance to destroy Dak Prescott, and I don't know what you're doing trying to tackle like this. You had your moment to be Ray Lewis and destroy somebody, and you missed it. So I think that this football team has got a quiet confidence, and they're definitely looking forward to moving forward. Look, all year, this locker room has been the same, really, week in, week out. Whether they lose, whether they have a great game, it's a definite locker room that's chill. They know what's expected of them, and I think this football team, there's one team in this league that you don't want to be, and that's the Minnesota Vikings, because they're about to face an angry football team, and they're going to take an ass-kicking this Sunday.
And speaking of that, you obviously, Dan Campbell said he's not resting the guys coming into this game. There still is an outside chance that the Lions can get the #2 seed if all the pieces fall correctly. Do you agree with that decision of not resting these guys for the Vikings, or do you think you should give them a little time off before the playoffs?
Yeah, it's definitely something that's going to be debated and looked at. Look, I'm not of the opinion that you rest players, especially when you do have something to play for. There is an opportunity, should Dallas and Philadelphia lose, that you could be the #2 seed, and I don't think you want to be show weakness like the Rams did, starting to showcase that they're going to rest a bunch of players, probably trying to duck the Lions. And here's the thing. Here's the motivating factor that I see. I think that when you have a group of competitors, like you guys said, here's the best thing that can happen. You get out to a 35-0 lead at halftime, then you can rest Jared Goff. Then you can rest Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you can play Craig Reynolds at running back. So you play, the hope is, and I think it's going to happen. I think that the Lions are one really angry, frustrated football team regarding what happened last weekend, and they're poised to take it out on the Vikings. And if you're Dan Campbell, you say, look, guys, get out to 35-0 lead. Here's the number. You hit it, you guys sit. And I think that you obviously want to go into the postseason as healthy as possible. But I think this football team needs as much experience as possible each and every game that you go up against a competitor. It's a great opportunity to learn, hone your skills. You're going to get some players back, maybe in C.D. Deuce and Aleem McNeil. I think that opportunity to play is always valuable, but there's always that other side of it that if something happens to Jared Goff, it would be a catastrophe. Yeah. But I think this football team definitely is poised to do some things this Sunday. I think the fans are going to be very, very happy.
I agree with you. And honestly, with like a coaching staff full of former players, like I'm sure like eyes and ears will be on like players that may need the rest at some point during the games. Okay, like you're done for the day. Like I don't think we'll see J-Mo, it sounds like, with the ankle situation. If he's not even practicing yet, he'll probably be sitting out. Like I think they'll keep an eye out for those type of guys. But my question for you is, I've kind of switched somewhat of a stance of how far I think this team can go in the playoffs after listening to Aidan Hutchinson on the St. Brown Brothers podcast today. He was supremely confident, and he thought back to the time that Michigan lost to Michigan State and how kind of like motivated them to move past that. Is this turnaround for this defense real? And are your expectations of this team changing at all when it comes to the playoffs?
Yeah, it was really interesting how the season kind of has gone up and down with expectations. You had a stretch there where people were really believing this is a Super Bowl caliber team. I think the biggest question marks you do have are on defense, but I think the blessing is you're going to get 3 good, solid players back on defense that I think is going to definitely bolster the Lions' chances of advancing. You look at it and you say, man, it could fall into the Lions' lap. First round, you play the Packers. I think that's a great matchup for the Detroit Lions as opposed to the Rams. There would be so much noise surrounding the game against the Rams that you recognize, oh boy, that could be something that the other side with Matthew Stafford are equally as motivated as the Lions. I think the Lions definitely will have confidence knowing that they've game planned against them twice, wanting revenge from the last contest. So I look at it and I say, this Lions football team has a great opportunity to advance. And you look at it, I think this football team, when they're clicking on all cylinders and you see Jared Goff being protected, you nearly have 2 running backs that have 1,000 yards. You have Jamison Williams, who now gets 1 deep ball a game. I'm hoping that he can do more in the postseason. It's all there, guys, for the Lions to have success at the highest level. And I think they're going to execute. You have Jared Goff, who has the experience leading a team. It really does. It's unfortunate that Detroit doesn't get that second home playoff game. But if the opportunity presents itself that you defeat the Packers in the first round and you play the Dallas Cowboys, boy, what more motivation do you need to go out there? And I hope the refs do screw the Lions. I hope everything goes against the Detroit Lions. You know why? Because they're resilient, and I think they find a way to win the rematch. And I hope that if you're going to get to the NFC title game, what better way than to shut up the dumbass Cowboy fans?
Oh man, that would be beautiful
for them to take pride in that win, bro.
Yeah,
it disgusts me, man. Disgusts me.
It is disgusting.
Fucking losers.
And, speaking of the game and the end of that game, I just wanted to know if you had any updates. We saw Laporta and Jamison Williams both kind of, hobble off the field a little bit there at the end of the game for the offense. Has there been any updates of the health of those 2 guys coming into this week against Minnesota?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Dan Campbell has been ornery this week, especially with the media, myself. I asked Dan Campbell Monday about Sam Laporta and J-Mo. He gave the update that Jamison Williams is day-to-day and said that Sam Laporta's good. So obviously, you wait a couple days to see. And what I like to do, and a lot of reporters like to do, is because during practice, we only have a short amount of time, is we count the players. And so to any advantage that we can get from Dan Campbell regarding the count. So today I asked, is Jamison Williams and Sam Laporta practicing? And he told me that Jamison Williams was not practicing. And he goes, why do you keep asking about Sam Laporta? Do you know something that I don't? And I froze for a second because obviously it was reported that after the game he had a bad limp. But by all accounts, from what Dan Campbell's saying, Sam Laporta's good. He told me he was good on Monday, told me again that he was good today. So Sam Laporta's good, and I expect him to fully play. Dan Campbell's been ornery, but luckily for me, still asking the questions to Dan Campbell every time I go out there. I expect, Jamison Williams day-to-day. If the decision's there, maybe to not play him, maybe you decide to sit him out because obviously he does have impact, but I don't think you really need him against the Minnesota Vikings. You got enough talent, and Nick Mullins is shown that he's not the best signal caller there for the Vikings. I mean, it's like a rotating chair there for the Vikings. So I think the health situation for the Lions is pretty decent right now.
Yeah, I peeped that. He's like, do you know something I don't? Gun about Sam Laporta or whatever.
It's not that deep, Dan. I'm just asking so I don't have to count, man. That's the secret. I don't want to count. I only got 10 minutes, and if I know a couple players aren't there, it saves me time. And obviously knowing that Jamison Williams wasn't going to practice, you get out a practice report as early as possible. But, man, yeah, I like the fact that I probably know the message from Dan is take it out on the field, leave it there, and make your opponents pay. That's the message.
Do you have any insider information or your feel for what the Isaiah Buggs situation was before it finally kind of, I guess, being laid to rest this week with him being waived?
Yeah, it's what an interesting situation for Isaiah Buggs. Obviously, with the start of the season, obviously the stuff that he posted on social media probably didn't ingratiate himself really well. Look, all you can do is read between the lines. I don't have official knowledge. I did spend a lot of time talking to Isaiah Buggs after he had his incident on social media where he scrubbed things. He buttoned up a little bit, but did share. Obviously, when your playing time is reduced or you're not viewed as one of the guys, and he knew, I mean, he pretty much knew that he was not one of the guys that Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn were going to go to bat for. I mean, just listen today. You can get a sense. Dan Campbell's an open book. You heard how he talked about Bruce Irvin, and he said, man, what a pro, somebody that we really kind of felt like, had some situations. And when he talked about Isaiah Buggs, it was like, well, it was the best situation for both parties. It's a tough decision. Look, here's what happened. I think that from what has been reported, Isaiah Buggs didn't come to certain OTAs. I think that maybe put a sign out there for the Lions that he wasn't, quote unquote, all in. And you look at the tape sometimes, Dan Campbell often said that, hey, for certain positions, you just got to do your job. And sometimes when you look at the tape, Isaiah Buggs was out of position or not doing exactly what his responsibility was, which caused plays. Unfortunately, when he did get his opportunity, he made some plays. But for the Lions, you look at it and you say it's always a competition. And I think that he fell down the depth chart. He wasn't as high as a priority for the Detroit Lions. That's why they made him a healthy scratch, and he had some injury situations. So that combination just made it so that when they looked at the numbers game, he was one of the first people on the chopping blocks.
And I have the same question, but with Bruce Irvin. Because obviously, you have James Houston coming back, so that is probably a big factor in them deciding to move on from Bruce. But we saw him in the games that he played provide an edge rushing punch to this Lions team. We thought he could be a guy who's been in the playoffs before, won a Super Bowl before. Maybe he could help this young team, but did they just decide that they were good with Houston coming back and really didn't need him anymore?
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan Campbell did elaborate a little further. He said that Bruce Irvin couldn't commit, indicating that probably he was going to be a factor, that the Lions did want him, but maybe some factors away from the field played into it. But you look at his play, guys, I know you saw that he did have a sack and he did have that experience, but you look at a complete game, this is a 36-year-old veteran, and his value was more in the locker room than it was going to be on the field, and his play was up and down. It was not stellar. You look at his PFF numbers, and I know people debate that, but you also look at his play at times. He wasn't as impactful maybe as people would expect. And you realize, too, yes, James Houston is coming back. You realize, too, that you got still Tyson Alualu, who's also a veteran on that roster. And I just think that when the time came, I think Bruce Irvin, this was a mutual parting of the ways. And I understand. Definitely people loved that they saw that he had the potential for sacks. But when you really turn on the tape, play in, play out, he had a limited role, and the Lions are not going to miss him all that much.
I'm with you. And then I guess I have this one last question, too. It's more of a question, because I know AG...
Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts? That actually is one I will ask you. But I feel like the CJ, GJ stuff's been thrown at him in a couple different ways. Can you just point blank ask him, is there a way we're going to see CJ, Kirby, Branch, and Iffy on the field at the same time? Or I guess, because I know he avoids, the controversy between he and Iffy. But I'm just wondering if there's a way to utilize CJ, GJ somehow with allowing those guys in the field at the same time. Because Spinny thinks...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
CJ,
guys.
Play outs? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. No. When you guys look at it, there's certain a package called the dime package. You get 6 defensive backs. So you have an opportunity when you look at it. Dan Campbell said, why is everybody saying it's CD or Iffy? Look, I think there's opportunities when you play one linebacker and 6 defensive backs in certain situations. It's a little more risky. It makes it so that things can open up in the run game and things like that. But this Lions football team, I think, is going to be definitely upgraded when CD Deuce and James Houston and Aleem McNeil come back. And here's what it can provide. It can also boost the pass rush when you know that you got 3 potential guys at safety position that can be around the football. It gives you flexibility. And that's what Aaron Glenn is going to covet. You can move CD Deuce at the nickel spot, give Brian Branch a spell. You can move potentially Iffy Melifonwu to the cornerback spot like you guys have brought up in the past. You got options, and you got so many different situations that it just is going to bode well for the Lions and really is going to make it challenging for a quarterback like Jordan Love. Can you imagine your first playoff game on the road? Ford Field's going to be going apeshit, and you got C.D. Deuce, Kirby Joseph, and Ifeatu Melifonwu, all, if you make a mistake, can pick off the football.
Yeah.
But then I think Chris has a question for you, too.
Yeah. So what my question is regarding those three returning. What are fair expectations to place on each of them coming back from their injuries? James Houston, Aleem, and CJ DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ali McNeil will hit the ground running. I think that he was wearing a brace today at practice that we observed. I think he'll be stout on the inside. He probably is a player you can count on the most. CD Deuce, I think that when you look at it, I think from the injury that he had, I think that for him to be able to come back, I think that you expect him as well to be out there and provide a spark and also run things and keep things calm when the pressure is the highest. I still think Ifeatu Melifonwu is going to have a strong role. James Houston, I think getting an extra week should hit the ground running as well and should be a force. You expect him when he's out there that the Lions don't typically, when there's injury situations, they don't put players back out there unless they feel like, okay, they can handle as much as possible. So that's why I think CD Deuce playing potentially and Aleem McNeil this week, get them acclimated. And then, look, Chris, you saw it last year. Even if James Houston's role is third down sack specialist, he's so good at what he does that he can come in primed, and that can only bode well for Aidan Hutchinson, because I think the key for the Lions defensively obviously is going to be how the secondary handles the coverage, and Aidan Hutchinson, can he wreck the opposing quarterback? So James Houston coming back can only be a great thing for the Lions.
John, man, I appreciate you taking the time with us. I know we joke around and laugh all stuff, our chat as well, but I appreciate your insight and you taking the time. We're not able to get inside the locker room, and you are, so I appreciate you sharing that knowledge with us. You want to shout anything before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, you look, the blessing of the job is don't have any fear. So obviously I know that people want to talk about what happened Saturday. So the guy that people want to know about, Dan Skipper. The man is 6'10", and the man is imposing. But when I asked him, hey, you got a couple minutes? Absolutely. And allowed me and several reporters to ask him questions. He broke down what happened, and he reacted to the NFL putting out some shitty propaganda video that's the embarrassment of the league. I mean, it looks worse quality than when we started 10 years ago. I mean, you're the billion-dollar NFL, and you're putting out some grainy, shitty-ass video. Well, Dan Skipper responded to it. I put up an article to some of the responses he had to my questions. Was very gracious. Visit All Lions and check out our work. Like you said, we're there every day bringing you the best information and trying to get as much knowledge inside so we can share with everybody involved.
Thank you so much,
John. You're the fucking man. Do you believe in ghosts?
Hell no, I don't believe in ghosts.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, John.
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, John's the man, dude.
Started off ripping naysayers.
He's so good. Yeah, he's so
He's there with the hard ER, too.
He's the hard R.
John is the man. And he's right. Skip's cool. We met Skip at the game.
Yeah. Very imposing. Like
giant human being, dude.
And sweaty one.
Yeah.
That's
why when he was screaming at that ref, I would be like, dude, I would be shitting my pants.
Did you see Dan Campbell, like one hand, like throwing back a little bit there?
Oh, yeah. MCDC's cut, bro. He's cut up.
I love having that guy.
Trying to go get shoulders like him today.
Get it in there. Boy, let me tell you guys about Mark White. Mark White works out too. But if you guys want to move, make sure you hit him up while you're buying or selling.
It's actually very tall.
248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesells.com. Right now, he can save you up to $5,000 in your closing costs. That's right, $5,000 in your closing costs. Give him a call, 248-290-8242 or markwhitesells.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Tell your friend, tell your dad, tell your mom.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guys Spimo Rax, Young Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend.
I just put out a good tweet. Go like and retweet it.
Don't fucking like his tweet. He
God.
stops tweeting during the damn show.
Bro, you're texting your Warren Sevens during the show.
I'm not texting Warren Sevens during the show. And
Dude,
if
she
I
doesn't
do
even
text,
live in Warren.
it's during break.
I literally just did that during break.
Yesterday, you were on air.
Yeah, and nobody would have known if you didn't.
One's
if you
gonna do
didn't
really
go.
well.
Nobody would have known if you didn't go.
It was very
Oh,
obvious.
hey, what are you doing over there?
No, because you're like, yeah, I think he's gonna do great
Yeah, you
things.
could've
I'm
just
really
waited
pumped
a
up for
second.
him. Have some respect. These people spend their hard-earned time. I guess time's not really earned.
Yeah.
People spend their time with us, man.
I respect them.
You know, you try to
Go
leave
like my
5 minutes early every fucking day. You don't respect their time.
Respect my time.
You're a fucking piece of shit. You
I respect their time. I just value mine more.
Respect my time.
All right, if you guys want a chance to shit on Spinney for shitting on everybody in our time, here's his power rankings for the end of the year.
This is
Who
my power
thinks the
rankings
best
for the
team,
years.
1 through 10?
Put mine up there, Chris.
All right.
My power rankings for going into the playoffs.
Fuck you!
are so at number one. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think that's up for debate. I think they are the best team in football, and it's by a long shot. They're extremely impressive on both sides of the ball. They look great. Number 2, the San Francisco 49ers. Easy, just put the Frisco 49ers because he wants a Frisco melt real bad.
It was gonna
But
fit.
The San Francisco 49ers are number 2. I think they're the best team in the NFC still.
This
And
list is
obviously
number 2.
they got
absolute shit.
the number 1. Let's see. Number 3, I got the Miami Dolphins, man. Their secondary is a little banged up now. We'll see what happens with Xavier Howard and Javon Holland and how those guys are doing. But with that offense, man, Tua, Waddle, A-Chain, and of course Tyreek Hill, it's extremely hard to put them any lower. At number 4, I have your Detroit Lions. I think they got disrespected by the refs. They should have beat the Cowboys. They should have been in contention for the number 1 seed in the NFC. So give me the Detroit Lions at number 4. At number 5, I got the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. It's damn right. They got the best defense in football. They have the head coach of the year at their helm, and Joe Flacco is playing lights out. Give me the Browns at 5. Number 6, I do have the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're a little fraudulent, but they're still, you know, as much as I hate them, you still got to put them up there. At number 7, I got the Buffalo Bills. They've been coming on extremely hot lately. They can either win their AFC East title, or possibly get bounced from the playoffs. It's pretty crazy what is happening with them. But I got the Buffalo Bills at number 7. Number 8, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. They have been kind of in a tailspin these last couple games. They've fallen down pretty far in my rankings, but they still have a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys on that team that you should be scared of. But give me the Philadelphia Eagles at number 8. Number 9, I got the Los Angeles Rams. They're one of the hottest teams in football. Stafford's playing some great ball. We know they have probably the best 1-2 punch at wide receiver in the NFL with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Kyron Williams is playing like a madman, and they still got Aaron Donald on the defensive side of the ball. And number 10, I got the Kansas City Chiefs because they got Patrick Mahomes, they got Travis Kelce, they got Chris Jones and Andy Reid. They're still going to make some problems in the playoffs, although they might not win a game in this playoffs. That was my bold prediction earlier in the year, and I'm sticking to it. Give me the Chiefs at number 10.
I mean, they're going to have to go on the road. Patrick Mahomes, I should say, is going to have to go on the road.
He's never played a road
time.
playoff game in his life.
Isn't crazy?
Yeah.
Can you throw it up there one more time, Chris? I just want to look at Spinnies and
just laugh.
Yeah, because absolute shit. No, I'm going to nitpick just before I see mine. I want to see. So you got the Dolphins 3.
Yeah.
Browns 5.
Damn, you 100% your whole list.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking to see who the Chiefs played this past weekend.
Yeah.
No, I did 100%. I'm just all right. Throw mine up there.
All right, you want yours?
Yeah, you just don't say it fucking weird like that.
Are you ready for yours?
Jesus, no, I don't.
Do you want it?
God, I fucking hate you. Dude.
How bad do you want it?
Put my fucking list up there, you fucking weirdo.
I'll give it to you. Here's your list.
Fucking hate you, dude. Oh, the clear. God damn, dude. Fuck. The clear-cut number 1 team in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens.
You want yours?
Fucking weirdo.
You asked, I gave it to you.
Stop. Number 1's Baltimore Ravens. By far. I think about other 13 wins, 11 of them came against teams above 500 or like winning teams. San Francisco 49ers, they're number 2. And I mean, the Baltimore Ravens are more proof than number 1. Whoop the shit out of the San Francisco 49ers. At number 3, obviously the Browns got a really, really good defense. But Joe Flacco, the man's nice.
Man's nice, bro.
He that arm just never dies, I guess. He's got the Winter Soldier arm. No matter how old he is, it's there, it's mechanic, and it's working. I know his team's kind of high, but I think he just got picked up by this team like 5 weeks ago. So I think he's only going to get better. He's only going to continue to be able to rapport with their weapons like Amari Cooper and whatnot. I like the Browns. At number 4, the Detroit Lions. Peep this, different from Spinnies. I have both over the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. 1, they beat the Cowboys.
I got the Lions over the Cowboys.
I know, but I got them over the Dolphins too. The reason why I had them over the Dolphins as well, the thought process of it, huh?
I had them over the Browns.
Okay, whatever. The Browns are good. 11-5, same record, 4 different quarterbacks, great defense. I have them over the Miami Dolphins because the Miami Dolphins beat the Cowboys, and in my cousin head, we beat the fucking Cowboys. Mm-hmm. So I have them ranked over the Cowboys. If not, we also took them on at home where they traditionally do not lose games. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. So I have them ranked both over the Miami Dolphins and the Bills. Plus the Dolphins, man, they just can't seem to get over that hump. The Cowboys that they beat ended up being the first team they beat over 500. With a similar situation the Detroit Lions are dealing with all season, similar situation the Cowboys are dealing with all season. And I think the Detroit Lions trumped both those teams. And they lost another piece of their defense as well. They lost Chubb. I think it was ACL too, which sucks for them. Buffalo Bills. People may see in the top 10, may think the 6 may be a little bit too high, but they're just sneakily and quietly coming on. The Buffalo Bills have beat a lot of good teams like handily too. The Cowboys and Miami Dolphins are an example of that as well. I got them at number 6. I think they'd be a sneaky good team in the playoffs. Cowboys number 7, like them or not, they belong in the top 10. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs number 8. Number 9, Philadelphia Eagles. But the Eagles have not been the same. And number 10, the Rams. What?
You want yours?
Yeah, fucking weirdo, dude.
You asked and I gave it to you.
Oh, that shit was
fucking hate it. Tell us about Glorious Cannabis, you fucking creep.
Spencer's laugh makes it 10 times funnier. Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash.
Look at the camera when you're done. Look at the camera. Dare you read? Please, just make it as creepy as possible, please.
I can't even wink. That's the problem.
Why you dead ass? You can't wink.
I'm dead ass. I can't wink. You
Try.
want me to try?
He's the anti Molly.
Is that decent?
Do it again.
Glorious Cannabis. I told you I can't wink. I can't wink. My whole face is connected.
Oh man.
At Glorious Cannabis, they have a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of your Detroit football. You can find them at any Dispo dispensary and get them 25% off at checkout using the promo code Woodward. Visit gloriouscanna.com today.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Bring it up, Foxy or somebody back there.
Seats on it.
Bring up Super Bowl 58.
You'll see it.
The emblem, put it on the screen. And then bring up 57 and 56.
This has something to do with the Epstein list that came out?
Feels like That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been waiting in his wine cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this thing.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't
All right. Obviously, a clip from this particular program was run on Jimmy Kimmel's show whenever Aaron brought up the list, and then Jimmy mocked him for it. Aaron has not forgotten about that, but here we are sitting right in front of that nice bottle of scotch. What do you say? I'm waiting to celebrate something.
Oh, yeah.
He's been waiting
That's
for
the
that.
one.
You've been waiting for
Hey, I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I definitely will be popping some sort of bottle.
Hey, you've been calling for it for a few years now. Anyone else notice this? Oh.
My God. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a clip of Aaron Rodgers throwing Jimmy Kimmel on that feast list like a fucking savage.
That is some savage shit.
That was wild. But Jimmy Kimmel, you got the tweet?
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel responded with this.
What'd he say?
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel was...
Oh, yeah.
He clapped back?
Oh, yeah, dude was pissed. He says, dear asshole.
No way.
For the record.
A asshole.
Oh, yeah. Dear asshole. I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with
definitely
Epstein.
On that list.
Nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up, and we will debate the facts further in court. At Aaron Rodgers 12.
Pussy.
He is 1,000% on that list.
You get sued.
You
bro.
don't get that mad if you're not on the list.
I would be mad about being accused of that list. That's a list. That's a list you don't want to be
if you're mad, even if you're not on the list, you got nothing to be mad at.
But if he's a public figure and people are like, if he put his family and all that shit at risk, like, you know, there's fucking lunatics out there.
I can say fucking JB's on the list. Like,
yeah, but
if I know I'm not on the list, I'm not gonna be mad about it.
We do not have the exposure and coverage of fucking
tight.
Aaron Rodgers and Pat McAfee on ESPN.
Per capita, we do. Like, me and JB have the same amount of exposure and coverage.
No.
For who we are.
No, that makes zero sense.
Like
that doesn't translate at all.
I'm like Aaron Rodgers. JB's like Jimmy Kimmel.
Sounds kind of racist.
All right, JB's Aaron Rodgers. Well, I was saying I'm Aaron Rodgers because I didn't want to say he's the athletic guy. Like, I thought that would be more racist.
Naysayer, please.
Naysayer,
no,
please.
I get it. I get it. I mean, listen, if
to get that
Jimmy's
salty about it, he's on the list.
That's
I would be
the
salty
only way
too.
Could have
What
been
do you
more
mean?
The only way it could have been more obvious is if he goes, I vehemently deny.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never met Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, I mean, the reason why I think,
because
obviously a lot of the elites are being accused of it, and if it's like a, remember the Pizzagate situation? Do you know what that was? I know you're.
I think that went in.
You watch more like Family Guy shit than
Pizzagate, yeah, like they're like eating kids in the basement or whatever.
But yeah, you know how the guy like actually like showed up and was like fucking like the gun was like Where are the fucking kids?
I mean, crazy people do crazy shit all the time.
But again, you put them on the list. You're opening crazy people to do crazy shit.
All I'm saying is, if
So I
you
get
get
it.
that upset, you're on the list.
I don't think you're on the list.
I saw a picture of Stephen Hawking there, like at Epstein Island. You seen that picture? That robot's dead now, so he can't even face criticism for it. He logged off forever. JB, play the sound. His final words.
Perfect timing. Good timing. He logged off forever. It was a fucking bar.
There's literally, I've seen the pictures of him on Epstein Island.
Kimmel or
They put it on Rogan. No, fucking
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Who's touching him up?
Did you ever see?
That's a good point.
I think it was that one podcast where they asked like, "What exactly is he doing there?" Because you know,
Loose
like,
asshole.
what can he do?
Loose asshole says
It was wild.
That's a great.
It was
You're
wild.
just watching. That is kind of wild. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Imagine you doing your thing and that guy's in the corner like,
You are doing a great job.
you want ears now?
Yeah. Loose asshole says only list Spencer's on is a watch list.
Yeah, you are.
I've said some wild shit. Probably. I'm on a list.
Good
somewhere.
friends of Joey Morrison too.
I do shout out Joey Morrison a lot. I'm not friends
quite
with him. My friends, who I will keep nameless, we'll call them M and D.
Because they're on the list.
M and D. They feel somewhat responsible.
Research and development.
They feel somewhat responsible for Joey Morrison lashing out because they used to beat the shit out of him in wrestling practice.
Oh, I know who it is.
They said they used to fuck him up.
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I know, but the people don't. I don't want to put their names out
You
there.
say their names enough where it's kind of obvious.
Shut up. See, you're making it worse.
Gaslighting. All right. It's obvious. All you have to do is.
Speaking of lists,
that'll do it for us today.
see Connor down front row at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
Despite all this shit?
Yeah.
You think that means
Chase Winovich brought him.
think it's a thing of okay.
Yeah. But that'll do
that's
it for us today. Appreciate you all tapping in to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. For Eazy, for JB, for Chris, I'm
Eazy,
Spencer.
baby.
We are the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Hit the like button, hit the like button.